Thank you for joining me in today's exercise, wherein I will be reading a paragraph to you, such as the one located just behind me. Embedded within it are the potential for errors related to grammar, syntax, punctuation, and so forth. Please keep that in mind as you listen to me read. Afterwards, I'm going to go ahead and step out of frame and ask that you pause the video to make corrections independently and resume so that you and I can make corrections together. Hopefully you find this video helpful, if you do, by all means, please give this video a like and subscribe if you'd like to continue to practice with me. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started by jumping into the paragraph directly. Let's go ahead and get started first with our title, Leaving Ireland. Sorry, I'm at school. Life had been extremely hard for the O'Donnell family for some time now. 2 years ago, the potatoes suddenly rotted in the fields. Now, in 1847, the situation was even worse. It looked as if this year's crop would also be affected. 12-year-old Danny was helping his parents harvest other vegetables from the fields, but they had not planted much besides potatoes. They barely had enough food to last the rest of the week. Danny, said his father, why don't you take the Spot to the lake and see if you can catch a fish for tonight's supper? Take Spot to the lake. All right, go ahead and pause here to make those corrections and resume when you're ready. Okay, so at the beginning we have life had been extremely, so there should be an E-L-Y, hard for the O'Donnell family. Family, the F in family should be lowercase. For some time now, period. 2 years ago, the potatoes, which is misspelled, should be E-S, suddenly rotted in the fields, which is incorrectly spelled. It should be I-E-L-D-S. Now, in 1847, the situation was even worse, which should be worse. Change that T to an E. It looked as if this year's possessive crop also would be affected, which should be A instead of an E. 12-year-old Danny, which should all be hyphenated, 12-year-old Danny was helping his parents, which should be lowercase, it's a general noun, harvest other vegetables, which is misspelled, should be an E right between the G and the T, from the fields, but they had not planted much besides potatoes. Period. We've ended that thought. We're going to start a new one, which means we need to capitalize the next word, that demonstrative pronoun. They barely, should be A-R-E-L-Y, had enough food to last the rest of the week, which is misspelled. Double E. Danny, which should be in quotes because it suggests by the context that this is what he's saying, said his father. Next part of that quote, so incorporate dialogue with the quotation mark. Why don't, which is the contraction of do and not, need to use the apostrophe to join them. You take Spot, which I assume is his dog, to the lake and see if you can catch a fish for tonight's, possessive, singular possessive, supper, question mark, and then close quote. All right, hopefully your corrections match my own. If not, let me know what you did in the comment section below. I look forward to working with you in the next one. Thank you.